Hello everyone and welcome to day 3 of Vlogmas. I am at the studio today. It is a work day. It is a short work day today. Tuesdays I only work till 3. Mondays and Tuesdays I work 9 till 3 and Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays I work 9 till 5. Okay, little insight into my working week. So today I am planning on working through the November clubs. I'm a little bit behind with the November clubs. I hate being late with things. It's one of those things that I am really quite strict on myself with, but unfortunately November was just a bit chaotic. There was too much going on. We had my sister's wedding. I had a lot of other work things going on, and something had to give, and unfortunately in November that was the clubs. So they are all dyed up, everything is all dye, and I think it's pretty much all dry. I might be waiting on a couple of contrast minis for the sock sets to dry. If you are a new viewer and you've only just come across me, this year I always offer a yarn club and a mini skein club. So the yarn club, I call it a sock yarn club, but obviously you can order any base and it doesn't have to be sock sets. This year I did a Wonderland yarn club, so it was all inspired by Alice in Wonderland. We went through the book. There are 12 chapters in the book, conveniently. So each chapter of the book was a different month. And then for my mini skein club, I did Sweet Shop minis, which were all kind of pastel-y colours, which have been really, really fun to dye. I do have plans for clubs next year, and I'll talk about them later in the month because I'm just still narrowing down. I'm still a little bit on the fence. I have 2 ideas for my sock yarn club, and I'm a little bit on the fence about them. So I will talk about them later in the month once I have once my plans are set in stone. Let's go with that. But yeah, I'm hoping that today I can get all of the yarn skeined and hopefully labelled as well. That's my plan. I've got no other dyeing on today or anything like that, so I should be able to just kind of lock in and get it done, which is always quite a nice feeling. Unfortunately, clubs are a mystery thing, so that does mean that I'm not going to be able to show you any of the yarn in colour. So we will be dipping in and out of black and white throughout the first part of this video. Hopefully you won't mind. I will absolutely be able to show you more things in colour later in the month, maybe even later this week. I need to narrow my plans down. I'm planning to have a festive shop update on the 12th of December, and I just need to get my head around what's going in that. Last year, so 2024, I did a Discworld yarn club, and the first half of that club has been released as a collection, but the end of this year has just been so chaotic that I've not got round to releasing the second half of that. So part of me wants to get that released in December so that at least it's out there. But I also really want to bring back the colours from last year's weekly advent and have them available and dye those up as well. So I'm still kind of narrowing my plans down. Let me know what you think. Do you want them all? Do you want the rest of the Discworld colours? Do you just want Christmas colours? Do you want festive mini bundles? Like what do you want to see on the 12th? Let me know, because that actually might help me make decisions. I am so indecisive about it all at the moment. I will talk about what I'm wearing because I am dreadful for that, so call me up on it. If I'm wearing something and I don't tell you what I'm wearing and you want to know what I'm wearing, then please call me on it, because I am very, very dreadful at remembering. This is the Dust of Snow wrap, which is a pattern by Helen Stewart. It was one of the Knit Vent patterns from a number of years ago. The original pattern uses fluff, but I didn't want to use fluff because at the point that I made this, the only fluff that was really commonly available, I've messed my hair up taking that on, was mohair. And I am allergic to mohair. It makes me sneeze massively while I'm knitting with it. So I didn't have a suitable alternative at the time. Nowadays, I'd be fine because I'd use the Surrey alpaca fluff, which is the fluff that I stock, and I'd be absolutely fine. But at the time, it wasn't really widely available. But yeah, this is the Dust of Snow wrap. I absolutely love this. And it's knit out of a Spectrum Fibres advent calendar from, again, a number of years ago. As I said, in the first video, I can't remember, I'm losing track already. As I said in the first video, I have had 2 Spectrum Advent calendars before, and they've both been turned into projects that I absolutely love, and this is one of them. I'm trying to decide whether to put it back on or not, but I don't think I will. I've turned the heating on in the studio, so it's starting to warm up in here, which is good. Right, I am going to get on with some work. I will pop in a few little black and white clips of what I'm getting on with, and I will talk to you later on in the day. skeining is done, apart from those contrast minis that aren't quite dry yet, which is a shame. I do have heated airers, so the heated airers are on, and they are on the heated airers, but even so, it still just sometimes takes a little bit of time to dry because the studio can be a little bit on the colder side. But I thought before I start labelling all the minis, which is my plan, I'm hoping I can definitely get all of the mini club labelled because all of that is dry and skeined. It's just the contrast minis for the Wonderland Club that I'm waiting on. I thought we could open some advents. I keep bringing my advents to the studio because I like to cake my advents up each day, because I know for me that a real stumbling block to starting an advent project is opening it up like in the future, obviously not this month, I don't mean, but like opening it up when I want to come and start a project with it and finding that there are 24 mini skeins all still in their mini skein form, and the thought of having to cake all of those when I want them is such a stumbling block for me. So I like to try and cake them up as I go, and I'll put numbers on them where I need to, or I'll attach the little yarn band if there's a yarn band, and then they'll all get kind of stored back in their box or their bag or whatever, so that when I come to start a project with them, they're all ready to go and that little stumbling block is removed. So I did do that yesterday, and I'm hoping to try and do the same today and just try and keep up with that throughout the month. But first of all, we need to open them. So we are on day 2. We are on day 2 of Advents. We have got our lovely Henny Penny Makes one. So I spoke to Erin, and actually what she has done, let's get my hand in here so that there's no less crinkling. What she has done is she didn't do an advent this year, so she has put me together an advent from her chakra collection, which is a collection that I believe that she does have available online and things like that. So she's put me together colours from her chakra collection. She's put them into an order. She said that she's put my favourite colours towards the end of the month so that I've got those to look forward to, which is really interesting. So here is day 2. There's a lot of rainbows in this one, she said. So we've got a lovely yellow base with a rainbowy, I wouldn't want to say speckles. They're not quite, rainbowy variegation. Let's go with that. Right, day 2 of the Buffy the Vampire one from Folk Yarn Studios. Some of these stickers are really hard to get into. Yesterday was a lovely sparkly purple. Oh, it's very Laura. We've gone now variegated with purple and speckles. That's very, very pretty. Then we've got day 3 of the Spectrum Fibres. This, not day 3. Don't worry, don't panic, not day 3. Day 2 of the Spectrum Fibres. This sticker is very hard to open, so I keep ripping these bags. Oh, we have gone a little bit more green. We are a lovely pastel green with some little speckles on there. And then day 2 of the Dragon Advent from Craft House Magic. I think we might have a fade coming along from Craft House Magic from Ellie. Yesterday was a kind of pinker. We've gone kind of duskier today. This is very pretty. I'm excited. I am feeling the temptation to cast on all the Advent projects. I know I want to make Ellie's Dragon Trove Advent pattern from this year with her Advent calendar. I actually have a sample already on its way to me of my Advent, my Little Women Advent this year in that pattern already. So that is arriving hopefully tomorrow, I think. So I will share that with you when that arrives, because obviously not in colour. I'll have to share it in black and white, but just to show you the pattern, because I think it looks like a really fun pattern. Laura's Folk Yarn Studios Advent also included a pattern as well that looks really, really fun. It's like a mix, it's garter stitch, but it also has a little bit of texture at the edges. It's like a big rectangular kind of shawl, and that I really, really want to cast that on as well. So I'm trying to resist the temptation to overwhelm myself, but I feel like next year might need to be a bit of a year of Advents in terms of knitting projects. Right, I need to not spend too much time talking, because otherwise Advent videos will become 50-minute long and no one will be able to keep up. I'm going to go and label mini skeins.
Darling, I get you on my mind.
am back again. Very much a chatting to you day today. I have finished all of the Sweet Shop minis. They are all labelled, and I actually, as you will have seen, I actually ended up making the decision to pack them. So anyone who's ordered Sweet Shop minis on its own, they are all packed and in a shipping bag, ready to go to the post office first thing tomorrow morning. So that's really good. I've then labelled what I could of the Wonderland. I'm still, the minis, the contrast minis are very nearly there. Like I could probably skein them tonight, but I might as well give them just overnight to make sure that they are 100% fully dry. I have labelled anything that didn't need a contrast mini, basically. So that's a good step ahead for tomorrow. I've got about 45 minutes, I think, until I need to go and pick up Jasper and my next door neighbour's little girl, because they have their art class after school tonight. So I have to pick them up, take them to the art class, and then head home. I was supposed to have my knit night tonight, but not very many people can make it, so we have called it off, which is a bit of a shame, because that would have been nice to get a little bit of knit night footage. But I have actually cast on a couple of my Advent kind of project plans. So once I get home, I will share them with you. I haven't brought them with me to the studio. But I do want to get those Advent minis caked up quickly. So I'm hoping I'll get that done. And then maybe I'll make a little bit of a start on editing this video before I leave. Hopefully I'll have time to do that. But it's been a fairly productive day. I find on days where I don't have a lot of dyeing to do, I actually get a lot more done than I think I can, because I'm so used to multitasking. I'm so used to having dyeing going on in the ovens at the same time as doing everything else. So I'm kind of used to that's the pace that I work at. And then I have a day where I've got no dyeing and I'm just doing all the other things and I fly through them, and suddenly it's like, why can't I do this all the time? So I feel like, clubs will definitely be out. Thursday morning will be the last of them going out, which is really, really nice. And then we can start thinking about the next thing that we have planned and what I'm going to do in terms of a festive shop update of some kind. Hello, it is a bit later in the evening. The kids are just supposed to be getting ready for bed, but I'm sure we will get an interruption at some point, quite possibly. We will see. But I wanted to just sit down and share the Advent crafting that I have actually started, because I've actually done a fair amount. I'm quite pleased with myself, which is strange. We'll see how long it lasts. I'm not sure how long it will last into December as things get busier, but so far, so good. I started the Advent gnome. So this is the Nandad's Adventure. It's a weird one to pronounce because it's Grandad but with a gnomey GN at the beginning to give you the kind of gnome pun. So I have started Nandad. The first clue wasn't particularly big. Where is it? Which needle is it on? So this is what we have so far. Now, because I was one of the participating dyers for Nandad, I do know what I'm knitting and I do know what the gnome looks like. So it's not actually a mystery for me. And in fact, I did actually go back and look at my little sneak peek image to see what it was that I was, what bits I was knitting, because I do that. I like knowing what I'm doing. But yeah, here he is so far. We've used the first two colours. They're both still attached, ready for clue 2. I don't actually know when the next clue comes out, because I think I said before, with the gnome mystery knit along during December, you get like a mix of pattern bits and things like that, but also stories and recipes and all of that kind of thing. And I haven't checked what today's update was, but that is that one so far. And then this one I'm very pleased with. I have also started my Just Feel Festive wrap, the one I was talking about by Kalisha Ryan. I've got it in this lovely bag. I bought this at East Newt Knits at the weekend. It is from Wildwood Stitches. I absolutely love her bags, and this was the last Christmas one left, and I couldn't resist picking it up for today. For Advent, sorry. this is how far I've got. I'm actually really, really pleased with it. Now, it's had a bit of a wonky start, I will say, because I didn't quite get this side right to start with. Can you see how it's a little bit of a funny shape? This is what I should have been doing, but I messed it up. And by the point that I realised I'd messed it up, I didn't want to go back and rip it all out and start again or anything like that. So this side is fine. This side is doing what it's supposed to do. This side is a little bit wonky, but it's all right. We'll roll with it. It's fine. But I am actually on colour 5 already, which is really good. As always with December and Vlogmas, lighting is an issue. I will try and get some shots of this in proper daylight and better lighting at some point for you, because you can't really see the colour progression particularly well in this lighting. But yeah, 5 colours in so far. I'm just going to accept my slightly wonky start, and it's to that, by the time the whole thing's finished, no one is going to notice at all. But there we go. That is progress. I'm really glad actually that I decided to start a project with a previous advent, because it's meant that, like, I don't know, the pressure of keeping up every day is kind of taken away. So although I've already done kind of 5 days in the last couple of days, it means that if tomorrow, for example, I don't pick it up, it doesn't matter, because I'm just doing it at my own pace. And I think that just works better for me, to be honest. I think that is it for today. I am going to wrap the vlog up here, and I will see you all again tomorrow.
Wait!
What?
It's time for joke
Joke of the day! Do you have a joke for us, Arthur?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go on then.
What did the triangle say to the circle?
I don't know. What did the triangle say to the circle?
You're pointless.